Hello. Welcome to the Simply Together show. Mel, can you put yours on mute for the minute? Because I'm still getting that feedback. There we go. Wonderful. So, welcome to the Simply Together show. 18th of March. Flipping hell. Time is going really quickly.
It's going
really quickly. I've been outside. I've been and done all my jobs this morning, and it is sunny. But if you are in the wind, it is chilly.
It's cold, yeah.
I know Shelley is shaking her head because she's got the temperature gauge that suits none of us at all. So
it's lovely out here today.
No one said it's not lovely. It's just freezing cold.
See, it's a bit chilly.
I'm in a t-shirt in the car with my windows open, overlooking Sundon Hills, and it's lovely.
Okay, and I've been out with a.
It's not freezing cold. It's chilly.
It is cold. It's okay. Some people it's t-shirt weather. For other people, it's polo top weather. Exactly.
I had a hat on until 5 minutes
you may not
ago.
need a coat. Who knows? Anyway, we have got two guests on the show today. And I'm going to talk to one. Nico is going to talk to the other. So say a quick hello to Mel. How you doing? Take yourself off mute.
Hello.
And Sandra, how are you doing?
I am very well, and I am cold.
See, there you go.
There you go.
Mel, are you cold or are you warm?
I am okay because I'm indoors, but I've been cycling all morning and it was cold.
See, it's just you, Shelley.
I'm having a moment then.
You that thinks this is love. It is lovely and it's beautiful and it's sunny and yes, it is lovely, but it is cold. Don't be fooled if you're going out there. Don't be fooled and go without a coat.
I didn't say it was hot. I just said it was nice.
It's nice. It is nice. It's lovely. So I'm going to have a quick chat with Mel, and then the two of you are going to come back on after in a minute.
Righty-ho.
I think Shelley's going to take you off. Maybe.
Shell? Perhaps not.
Or perhaps I'm on my mobile phone and I've got my big fingers can't do it.
I'll do it.
Can you do it, Cecile?
On my mobile phone. Right. Be back in a bit. There we go. Hello, Mel. How are you doing?
Hello. I'm okay. Thank you very much. Like we said, it was cold to start with, but yes, the sunshine lures us into a false sense of security, I think.
Exactly.
But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying that it's not raining.
Yes, because you cycle everywhere. So the rain is...
Well, caveat that, if it's raining, I'll take the bus.
Okay. That's fair enough. That is fair enough. So, before you tell us about what you've come on here to talk about, tell us what you do. What do you do? What's your... Well, because I know what you do, but tell everybody else what you do.
I have a well, actually, you might not know what I do recently because things have slightly changed. I am mainly a mobility instructor for the elderly these days. So I visit elderly people either in group settings or one-to-one settings and make sure that they are moving and that they are keeping as strong as they can, depending on whatever body they are dealing with, because everybody is different, or every body is different. And then that's my first half of my day, that's morning. And afternoons, I work for a care company that is called Nannies for Grannies. They are not doing personal care, but they do companionship. So my full job title is a companionship support worker. Now you probably know why I call it a carer, because that's way too long. So I'm sort of a carer, but you know what I mean. It's like a carer light. And yeah, we're doing good jobs there, and I love this job. I love my job in the mornings. I love my job in the evening, and sometimes in the evenings I teach groups, Pilates or other exercises for communities and little groups, private groups and stuff like that. That's the day job.
Okay. So I know that you've been doing like Pilates and things like that for a number of years.
Yeah.
So you're still going to keep your hand in that?
Yeah, the toe, just the toe. Yeah.
Just the toe.
I'm not getting any younger, Cecile. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not. My body is no longer going. Yeah, gung ho. Let's do all of. No, my body's now going. Slow it down, love. I think once or twice a week, quite enough.
Yes. So it was. I mean, people on here, they kind of know we've been around for about 4 years now. 4 years this year. This will have been on 4 years.
Wow. Well done, you.
We started it and thought maybe it would just be a little while, but 4 years later, we're still here. But before fibromyalgia, Mel was the one that managed to get me from couch to 5K.
I did.
Yes, you did.
Oh God, this is so many years ago.
Yes, I know. It's quite a few years ago. It is quite a few years ago. And at that point, you was doing running, you was doing biathlons and duathlons and all sorts.
Yeah.
All sorts.
That's right.
So fast forward to now, things have slowed down a bit because we've all got that body that is doing its own thing. So you are doing. So what's the fitness, keep fit like for the elderly? How are you doing that?
So you sit in a chair. I mean, you could do that quite easily, and people underestimate the impact it has. And some people, well, chair exercise, no, but it's really you can take it as difficult or as easy as you like. If you go faster with your exercises, you work harder, or if you, I don't know, employ maybe a little weight in there here and there, you work harder that way for your muscles. If I ask you to squat, that's so we stand behind a chair, for example. Some people hold on to the chair, some people don't. And if I then ask you to squat, it's entirely up to you how far you can squat. We're not saying get the bum down all the way to the floor. We go bend your knees, whatever that means, right? And it's a little bit, because you also think of the people that come to chair exercise. I mean, the ages are all ages, from my age to no end at the top. But if you think about, the majority are probably 80 years and older. And some of them have such mobility issues that they won't even get their arm over their head, right? So I can't ask them to do that. But if I say, bring your arms over your head, and some people that just means they bring their hands to their side or to their head, then that will be that. It's a lot more open to interpretation of what your body can do. Whereas obviously when you're younger and you go to any fitness class or any exercise regime or whatever it is, there are certain expectations of you that you're working towards a goal. At the point when you start chair exercises, you're working towards keeping your body in the shape it is now, at the very least, right? And that's it. And that's it, really.
Okay. So today you've come on to talk about something totally different.
Totally different.
So tell us about it.
Right. I am part of a repair shop, repair cafe. First mistake. Repair cafe group. Repair cafes exist in nationwide, all over the place, and in almost every town. And these are basically groups that are run by volunteers, me being one of those, and make sure that you can bring your broken stuff, whatever that may be, from electronics to furniture to textiles, bags, I don't know, buggies, that kind of thing. Whatever is broken in the house, you can bring, and our experts, volunteer experts, will fix it for free, absolutely free. And
wow,
it's a wonderful thing. for anybody to be either the repairer or being somebody who gets something repaired. We're all getting something out of it, because the joy we bring to those people that go home and say, "Oh, thank you, now I don't have to buy a new one." It's just amazing, right? So there's some lovely little stories I can tell from the things that I have done so far. I mean, we can get to those, but maybe we should get out of the way why we do this. Maybe.
Yeah,
I
why
think
do you
that's
do it?
that's a really good starting point for the whole thing. I mean, Cecile, we're trying to save the planet, right? Okay, one repair at a time, we're trying to save the planet. What people don't know about me oftentimes is that I'm actually quite an environmentalist, right? I don't like waste. I don't like overbuying. I don't like buying new if I can make use of something old. So I will rather go for second hand than will buy something new. And yes, I hate the throwaway culture. I'm not even that keen on ever having a car again, although I had a car most of my life. I then decided after the pandemic, can't afford it anymore, so bike it is. And now I'm thinking I don't actually want a car anymore, because I don't want to be that person who blows out all the fumes. But, you know, it's just, I mean, only because I try not to push it onto other people doesn't mean I can't work or help in an organization that will spread the message through a different medium, if you know what I mean. So our medium is, let's repair stuff and not buy new. So we're trying to cut the waste. We're trying to make sure you're not spending too much money, because every time something breaks and you have to buy something new, you have to spend more money, and so on and so forth. So we're trying to attack this from all sides. Just be part of the whole movement of trying to save the stuff that you have rather than buying new. It'll save the planet, it'll save your purse, it'll be better for everybody involved, right? It's the throwaway culture that is difficult to get a hold of, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I'm not somebody who wants to preach and stand there with a sign in my hand in a protest. I'm not that kind of person. But what I can tell you is that I feel like if we had less of a throwaway culture in general, then we wouldn't have heaps, mountains of waste building up somewhere. You know, if we had a little bit more of the make, do, and mend mentality in this day and age, we would probably not be suffering so much from the overconsumption of everything. And look, if I can be a small cog in the world of not making too much rubbish, I will be one of those.
Okay.
And luckily, when the guys from the repair shop, so you had Julie Furnival on your show, I don't know when ago, but some time ago.
I think it was when
she is the brainchild.
I think it's when they did the first one.
Go on. Aha, okay. So Julie is the brainchild of the whole group, right? Organization, I don't know. We call her the boss. She doesn't like it, but she's the boss. And she basically is quite happy for me to come on today. When you asked me to do this, I thought, let me ask Julie. Maybe she wants to do this. And she went, no, I'm quite happy for you to take this on. I'm thinking, okay, right. So here I am, hoping I'm not making any mistakes, obviously. So anyways, so Julie, who brought us all together, has gotten in touch with many people in the area, local people that can be repairers for one thing or another. And I can sew. I have a sewing machine, and we all know I can sew. I make no secret of that. And there we go. Before you knew it, I was there with a sewing machine, I don't know, mending other people's stuff. And it was lovely. There were other repairers there that did hand sewing with me, and another one with a machine to the other side. And we had a really good time doing that as well.
So where's the next one?
The next one is on the 29th of March in St. Augustine's in Icknield Way. So it's near, I think there's a high school there, or a school, definitely a school near that. It's between 10 a.m. and 2:30 in the afternoon. There will be everything. So this is not just sewing only. This is the ones I've done before, sewing only. And I'm looking forward to the one where all of the others are, because I know most of the people just from WhatsApp at this point that are repairers. So I'm looking forward to this. And so should everybody else. There's going to be good atmosphere. And it's going to be St. Augustine's 29th, 10 to 2:30, and there will be refreshments. So I'm hoping cake, and coffee, teas, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, in case it is an easy and quick repair, for example, and they say, okay, I can do this within the next half an hour, and you don't want to go anywhere for half an hour, you can have a cup of tea, wait for your repair to be done. Some of them might take longer. Sometimes a repair might take 2 to 3 hours. Then you're probably better off going somewhere and come back again. But if you wanted to, there should be a refreshment offered in any case. Yes, so that will happen. Go on.
So they have to book a slot.
Yes, I was gonna come to that just right now. Well done. We are in sync here. So you need to, not need to. It is advised to send us an email with your request for what is being repaired, because we only have a number of repairers and we only have a number of hours to do this. If everybody came in without booking a slot, we can't guarantee anything, right?
Yeah.
But if you book your slot beforehand, we can book you in and can say, yep, this could be done, that could be done. And then you know when to come, you know when it's going to be repaired, and so on and so forth. Obviously, there's never a guarantee. What happens if whatever you said was wrong with it wasn't the original problem and they can't get to it, right? Then it can't be repaired. But it's always worth a shot. But because there's a limited time and a limited amount of people repairing, it would be a good idea to book in advance. And the email address for this is, I'm going to repeat it again, but I'm going to say it quickly once and then slower the next time. So it's Luton Repair Cafe, all in one word, @gmail.com. So no big letters or anything, no spaces, no nothing. Luton Repair Cafe @gmail.com. And then Julie, I believe it is, will pick up that email and get in touch with the repairer. Let's say your pocket is ripped on your trousers. And you say, I have a pair of trousers, my pocket is ripped. Can this be repaired on the day? You send this off to Luton Repair Cafe @gmail.com. And then Julie will pick this up and she will send me an email, or another sewist, and say, we have this, can you repair this on the day? And I go, yeah, it just seems straightforward. I can sew the pocket back on. It should take me around about half an hour, maybe 45 minutes in the worst case scenario. Okay, Julie will say, I'll let the person know. She fills in a form, books in a slot with me, gets back to, that's all in the background. I don't know any of this stuff in detail. She will then get back to the person who asked and say, can you come and see us at 1 o'clock on the day? And you will see Melanie. Done. Wonderful. Person comes in at 1 o'clock on the day. Here's my trousers with the problems with the pocket. I will then sew this up, give it back to the person. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Fantastic.
I also think that there is always an opportunity, if you wanted to hype up the whole thing. There's a photo opportunity, I think, at the end where you go, and another successful repair, that kind of thing. And I think that's something we can then share on social media and hopefully give the whole thing a little bit more momentum. That's what we're hoping to achieve anyway. We need more momentum and more people to know about this.
Fantastic. So, because we need to bring on our other guest, it is Luton Repair Cafe. It's the 29th of March. It is 10 till 2:30 or at St. Augustine's Church Hall, which is Icknield Way. You need to book a slot. It's advised to book a slot, but you're best off booking a slot at Luton Repair Cafe @gmail.com. And there's going to be refreshments there available as well. And it says on here that there are 4,084 cafes worldwide. Wow, that is fantastic.
Yeah. And there's a little snippet that sort of made me go a little bit, got beaten, right? Because John liked losing. So Harpenden had a repair cafe before Luton. Now Harpenden is tiny in comparison to Luton, and they had one before us. I saw their advertisement retrospectively for some time ago. Before we even had a full-on repair cafe, they already had one in their Methodist church, and I was like, no. Do you know, I was working Harpenden all day, every day, and I didn't even see
know.
that was happening. And when I found it on the internet that they had one, and I'm from Luton. I want to back my town, right? It's a big old town with lots and lots of people. How come we didn't have one before they did? So yeah, I was a little bit peeved by that, but
we've got one now, and ours is most probably better. Ours is most probably
much better. Much better. It has better repairers. It has better people. It has better atmospheres. Yeah, definitely much better.
Oh, you're cracking me up. You're absolutely cracking me up.
Have you got? Do you want to ask anything, Nikkei, before we bring your guest on?
No, I was just fascinated, especially with the repair culture and not throwing things away, because I'm going through a process of decluttering at the moment, and I brought out some. Don't laugh, Cecile. This is serious business, right? And I brought out some stuff from under my bed yesterday, and I lifted up the first thing. Actually, that first thing's gone back in my cupboard because it was a jacket that was made from one of my mum's head ties. And, yeah, and I've actually got a photograph of me wearing that head tie, and I just thought, I can't get rid of this. I have to kind of shimmy into it, but it does need fixing. It does, and I'm thinking, oh, where am I going to get these buttons from? Because obviously it's made and it's got this thing. And I can't come on the 29th. I've got too many options, but definitely I'll be looking out for the next one and stuff like that. So I was listening to you thinking, I need to learn how to sew, because I've got lots of stuff that could be repurposed. Honestly, you had me going, because you were so passionate when you were like, I can sew, I've got my machine, I'm there. And I'm like, yeah, Nikki, you can't sew. Yeah. So
I actually think we had this conversation when Julie came on. The fact that my mum sewed and had sewing machine and everything, and I just can't do that. I can't. It's not in my nature. I just don't know how to do that. And I'm sure you said the same thing then.
I said I can't sew, but obviously I hadn't been looking at that jacket then, and it's one of my favourite jackets. It's well, in the Western world, you probably think it was a Christmas jacket because it's red and green and it's got just a little bit of silver in it. Honestly, it is the best. It is the best. And yeah, wonderful, I am going to bring it because it needs a new button, and it has those buttons that are covered with the same cloth.
That's okay. The next one, you can get your button. You can go to the market, get your button, and they'll sew it on.
But I do like the idea. I love the idea as well. Like because I think last time when Julie was on, we talked about fixing technology things, or like your bicycle and stuff like that as well. I think that's a cracking idea. Honestly,
it's great. It's wonderful.
Yeah, thanks so much. Okay. I mean, we need people who appreciate it to come. So spread the word, everyone. Really, really thank you for having me on as well, because it was super appreciated.
Are you starting work now?
Yeah.
Mel?
Yeah.
Oh, you are? Okay. Okay. So you go and do what you're doing. Lovely having you on. I will see you on Friday.
Correct.
And we will spread the word. Yes, correct. We will spread the word. We'll let everybody know. Okay. You take care.
Ciao, ciao, everybody.
Bye,
see you later. Bye. Bye.
See you. Right. Handing over to you, because I knew she had to go to work. So handing over to you now, Nikkei and Sandra. Let me bring Sandra on.
Back. Hello.
Yes. Hi.
How are you?
I am very well, thank you. Very well.
Oh, that's great. So obviously, me, along with all of our viewers, are just going to get to know you. So if you could just kindly tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Okay. So I'm Sandra, and I teach fitness for women over the age of 50. So just like the previous guest, Melanie, I do seated exercise for the older people in groups. And I do dementia exercise at dementia cafes, and I teach exercise. I have 3 classes, and I have a class for the older people in the mornings, up They're usually up to about 80 years old, and then I've got the youngsters, as I call them, in the evening, the women who are still working up to about 65 and things like that. So I teach group exercise and I teach personal training as well.
Oh wow, that sounds amazing. So how did you get into working with that age group?
So I work.
Your camera's gone off.
Because I'm over 50 and I need to do exercise. Yeah, it says my camera's gone for some reason.
Oh dear.
Oh, there it is.
There you go. You're back again. I know it does do that. I get that a lot. Not so much on this on Teams. Yeah.
Well, my background is medical because I was a scientist for 29 years.
Wow.
Biomedical scientist in hematology and transfusion, working in the NHS. And then my mum was ill and they kept on telling her, you've got to do exercise, you've got to do exercise. But she was of that age group where they didn't do exercise. You know, it just wasn't the done thing. But I knew I could help her. So, and I knew I wanted to move out of the NHS. So when I was training, I thought, right, that's where I'm going to work. I'm going to work with the older people. So, yeah, that's why I do it. And because I've got ailments as well, arthritis, scoliosis, and all sorts of things, you need to know how to adapt the exercises for these different things. So I thought, yeah, that's me. So I can train people like me.
Oh wow, that's amazing. That's really good because you're right. I seem to recall having these conversations like with my mom and my aunts and things like that about doing exercise, and they'll be like, "Nope, it's not for us. We've done our time, and what do we want to do that for, etc." So, where are you based, Sandra?
I'm based in Watford, so Watford and the surrounding areas. So that's where I do my in-person work, but I'm also online as well. So I've got clients, all around England. And even this morning in my class, someone was on holiday and literally took me with them. So they can still do their exercise. And even if I'm away, I can still train people. So a couple of years ago, I was in Barbados for 2 months and I still taught all of my classes and all of my personal training.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh wow, that's the real influence of life, you see.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was going to ask you because you mentioned about doing dementia training, exercise.
Yeah.
So yeah, so how does that work? What do you do there?
Well, basically, they have the dementia cafes where the person with dementia and their carer can come. So
Yes.
we get them together in a room. The carers can go off and have a little bit of respite, and I do the exercise with them. You've got to keep them engaged, and music really helps. Music just brings them out,
Yeah.
And we just do movement, just movement, and they love it, absolutely love it. My dad had dementia, so I used to take him along to these cafes with me and have him sitting there and doing the exercise as well. Mind you, if I told him to do the exercise, no, not doing it. But if somebody else tells him,
Yeah.
he's like, okay, all right.
Oh wow, that's amazing. So what was I going to ask you again? So how did you get? Okay, you mentioned that were you the carer for your dad as well?
Yeah, I looked after him. I cooked every meal, did everything for him for the last 4 years of his life. Yeah, I did everything for him, and still worked. And it was hard. It is hard, and that's why I like working with women of this age, because we're all in the same boat together. Nearly all of my clients, they come to the class, and the first thing we do while we're warming up, everyone's talking about looking after their parents. What are they doing? How are they finding things out? So it's a good place to talk and get information as well.
Yeah, sounds like a community. Yes, sounds like an interesting community.
Yeah, because at this age, we're kind of like, as I call it, the sandwich generation. We've still got our children at home, some of us, yeah, and we're looking after our parents, and we're living in this multi-generational home.
Yeah.
And we're in the middle doing everything, but you've got to look after yourself at the same time. So that's why I really encourage women over 50 to look after yourself. You've just got to, unless you can't look after anybody else.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
do you I'm just reaching here because of what you said. So where you look after your details have come up there. Wait, do you include nutrition in your coaching as well?
Yep, I include nutrition as well. In the personal training package, there will be a nutrition element depending on what your goals are. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it all depends on what you want to achieve, because we can achieve it. And I believe in not having a diet, but it's all about eating properly, eating healthily, cutting out the processed food, eating good food, as I call it, whole
Yeah.
food. You know, the potato that comes out of the ground, you know, not something you've gone and bought in a shop that's got 20 different ingredients that you can't even say the name of, you know.
Yeah.
Single ingredient food. That is what we do. And it's all about, and it's looking at your portion size as well.
Yes.
Because as you know, over the years, the portion sizes have got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And people have got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. The portion size. We don't have to supersize our meals.
Yeah. Yeah. I could relate to that actually, to be fair. And I do think that sometimes obviously because we do live in abundant times now, even with the cost of living crisis and stuff like that, there's still a lot of stuff around, attractive stuff, and we forget. We do forget.
Yes,
So there you go. And
you definitely
so that
do.
was the other thing there. So also, I've been staying here because I just got so interested in what you're saying. I forgot that you actually came to promote something. So, well, because you're just so interested, and you're working with an age group that is dear to me, so that's why. Anyhow, I understand. Have you got is there an event that you're promoting at the minute, or are you going to be part of an event?
So on the 29th of March, so unfortunately I won't be able to get to the Repair Cafe, there's the Fibroids, Hysterectomy and Beyond event in
Yeah,
Milton Keynes, and I'm one of the exhibitors there. Because so I'll have a stall talking about over 50 fit and fabulous and how to help women, keep what we've got, as Melanie said, keep what we've got,
yeah,
maintain, try not to lose it, So
okay.
that's what I'll be talking about. I was at the event last year. I just went along to the event last year, the Fibroids, Hysterectomy and
I thought
Beyond.
I saw
And
you.
it was so informative.
Yes,
And it's like women our age in that
I
community.
remember you. I
I
remember seeing
remember
you there.
seeing her there last year
Yes.
as well. Yes.
So this year I'm going to be an exhibitor there,
Oh, wow. Oh, that's
helping, because
amazing.
exercise works in so many different ways, mentally and physically, and if you've got
Yeah.
all of these underlying problems as well, the exercise can help, and eating healthy, proper food.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
not a
know, with
diet. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask you with exercise there, brain man, that you just mentioned that conference there. Do you find that you get clients where they're coming off the back of having had those lady issues, as I used to refer to, that maybe they've had a hysterectomy or they've had some sort of procedure that's impacted their life? Do you have any services that would help them back to exercise or?
Usually their doctors have said to them, yes, you can do exercise, but a lot of them are scared. What
Yeah,
they're worried about, hurting themselves. Is this going to cause me more problems? Yeah. And they want to lose the tummy. It's usually the tummy, but that's not about your exercise. That's about what you're
but your
eating as
food,
well.
yes.
But maintaining the muscle that you've got underneath and not just letting it go.
Yeah.
Keeping our bones strong as well by doing resistance exercise and weight bearing exercise, you know. So that's why you actually need to do weight bearing exercise and use bands, dumbbells, and things like that, because it can be done. You can help your bone density by doing that.
Yeah.
So when you're at the Fibroids, Hysterectomy and Beyond conference on the 29th of March, 10 till 5, Fairspace
in Milton Keynes,
which for anybody who was there last year is literally across the road from where it was based last year.
Oh, right, okay.
It's literally across the road. Go on, Shelley.
Right.
Yeah. So are you talking about, are you going to be incorporating info about exercise and how that, or movement, or, you know, nutrition, and how that is then going to help our bodies?
Yes, because I'm an exhibitor there, so when everybody comes out to have their teas and things, I'll be standing there and inviting people to ask me any question about their exercise, health, food, or if you need something a little bit more in depth, book a call with me, a free call with me, and let's get on the phone and talk about what you need to know and what you need to do. So that's what I will be doing there, and hopefully inspiring and motivating women that, yeah, we can do it. We might be over 50, you know, but we can still do it.
Yeah.
And we can still be us and be ourselves. Yeah. Be confident.
One of the
now that they're heading towards the next number.
Some of us have already passed the next number, love. Don't worry, you'll love it.
I am so close to that next number now. So close. It's like, never mind.
I bet you're not as close as I am.
Yeah.
May.
You guys are close. I'm past it. And
you passed it.
It doesn't make any difference.
And Shelley's a spring chicken.
Exactly.
It's just a number.
Can I just ask you, Sandra?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask about the chair exercise. Sorry, because obviously Mel mentioned it as well.
Yes.
I have actually seen chair exercise in action, actually, to be honest. And do you get people who are sort of like reticent to think, oh, you know, how is this going to help me? Because it's quite tiring. I tried it a little bit and I just thought, oh.
It is quite tiring, but you can make it as hard as you want to make it. And as Mel says, when I ask my clients to lift their arm up like that, if you can't get up all the way there, do what you can with what you've got. If you can only go to there, you go to there. Yeah. If you can't lift your knee all the way up there, you can only lift it a little way. That's what you do. Work with what you've got and build on that. Yeah.
Have you had any progression where people have left your chairs class and gone to your, I don't know what other classes you've got?
What, standing?
No, they've gone the other way though. But usually when they're in the chair class, they're usually like over 80 and using a frame or
a Zimmer frame,
sticks. Yeah, but trying to maintain, because I want people to be able to keep going. There was one client of mine who wanted to go on holiday, and she has a raised toilet seat at home, but she was worried that when she went on holiday, they wouldn't have a raised toilet seat and she wouldn't be able to sit down on it. So we did squats, chair squats. You stand up and you sit down to the chair without holding on all the time, you know. And she was able to go on holiday, and she said, "Thank you, Sandra." And little things like that. It's not aesthetic beauty. This is your mobility. This is your life.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Shelley
was going to say something.
Yeah, what I was going to say was when you were talking about being sort of like the over 50s, and then when you go into certain ages and stuff, the chair aerobics, you might have sometimes seen it on like that morning program thing that's on after BBC News, where they do their strictly fitness, and then they'll do what you actually then can do in the chair. And some of it is literally just the movement of your arms and your legs. You'll be surprised at how much just that movement of arms and legs actually makes a difference to you if you're unable to weight bear, for instance.
Absolutely.
It's something
Absolutely.
that, yeah, when my mother-in-law had her dementia, she was in the caring home, that they did a lot of in there. And it literally could just be that they'd got some old-time music on and they had napkins in the air and they were moving around. Just so it's the muscle that kept on moving.
Yeah.
My mum,
And it's the
I remember always
coordination as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it helps with
but
your
my
brain
mum's fully,
coordination.
yeah. My mum's fully with it, but she'll go walking as much as she can, which is the reason why she stayed in Weymouth, because she could not have done that up here. And she says if she doesn't walk, the whole of her body does not feel right. So even if she's at home, she'll do different bits and pieces just to keep moving.
There's so much
It
you
really
can do
does.
from a chair. So much. Yeah. My clients this morning were just doing that, and they were like, Sandra, my arms.
Yeah.
I'm like, keep going, smile.
One of the things I was going to say, I know Cecile's just put sort of our fibroids thingy up on there. It's also got Sandra's links in on the comments as well. If you go onto her LinkedIn page, no, not LinkedIn, Linktree page.
Linktree.
Yeah, the Linktree page. There's a lot on there that explains just how much the different things that she's actually doing, and just those little bits that you see there for anyone to do. So even if you're stuck in the office, there's a matter of times. When you said about like sort of keeping fit in a chair, you know this song "Cha Cha Slide."
Yeah.
Me and my work colleagues at the time, we might have been best mates out of college, out of work as well. We would do the whole of the Cha Cha Slide while sitting in your chair and answering phone calls.
Wow.
Because
Slide
we'd
to
been
the left.
sitting in the chair for so long. I'm like, I'm going stir crazy. So I started doing a dance routine.
Yeah.
And then it was Cha Cha Slide. So we were singing along to it. Slide to the left, slide to the right.
Yes.
Right. I'll have to look at that one.
But yeah, you can actually do the whole of the dance routine while sitting in an office chair, because even when it does like the crisscross and when you do the spin round, you can just spin round in the chair.
Okay.
Right. Oh
my God.
Can you just imagine people just spinning in their chairs?
Yeah, I am sorry. I'm sorry if in the early 2000s you were calling through to NTL with a fault on your box, because we might have been mucking around. Purely for morale. Purely for morale.
I can just imagine Nikkei now doing this in her office.
No, I won't.
Well, she's in the same. She's in the same kind of building. You at the opposite side.
Yeah.
Well, I usually tell people to do their seated exercise in a sturdy chair that doesn't move, does not have wheels, because I don't need anyone falling out of a chair.
No.
Can you imagine that? Those headlines, 80-year-old in a swinging chair, moving around, all of a sudden, out they go.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
They need a sturdy
Not on
chair.
my watch.
Not on your watch. Not on your watch.
That's how they had it on the Simply Together show.
Yes. I predicted it. Just wait and see, because that might be somebody in Nikkei's office who's listening, who's then going to start swinging around in their chair and get told off. Anyway.
Operative words being get told off. Yes, they would get told off. Oh,
I can imagine. I can imagine. I've got a question for Sandra. Behind you, to the side of you, behind you, is that your bookcases?
Yes.
Color coded?
Yes.
Color coded bookcases. I love it. I love it.
The books were all normal way. And every time I came through the door over there, it just looked like a headache with all of the colours everywhere. I can't deal with this. I can't. So I colour coded them. Sorry.
Wow.
That's really interesting. So, because you've said you color coded them, so have you covered the books over?
No, the books come with the
With
cover
their
of the
own
book is a
colour.
certain colour.
Yeah.
So
The
all
only
the
reason-
white ones are here, mixed colours, and then the dark ones are at the other end.
All
the black
right. So
and
they're
the brown.
not. All right. So they're not particular genres or anything like that.
No.
Where have we
Just the
disappeared
colour.
to?
Wow. I don't know.
I've put it so you got a picture of herself.
Oh, okay. So you're showing us the books. Okay. I didn't know what happened there because I
I'm
thought
not
maybe.
gone that
I
mad.
have no idea what happened.
No, Shelley did it. Shelley did it. Don't show them my books.
I'm
Get me
gonna
on.
say,
Show them my
I'm gonna
books.
say, don't bother with mine.
It's a
But
mess.
I am going to say, Sandra, you have inspired me because there is a gap behind me here where I'd had to take out my bookshelves, and I'm waiting patiently for either for me to have a companion or for his lordship to have my time so that we can build my shelf that is downstairs. That's going to go up there. So I might just have to steal that idea because I just think that is amazing.
What, the color coded books?
Yeah.
It is. I've seen a couple in other people's houses, and there was something in a magazine, and it just looks fabulous.
There is a psychologist that I follow, and all of her Instagram, all of her social media is all brightly rainbowed coloured.
Yeah.
And her bookshelf is exactly the same, that it's all,
yeah. See, I struggle with that because my bookshelf in my room is in order of the books that I've read. So I then kind of struggle with doing those colours, but that's
why I asked the question I asked. That is exactly the reason why I asked Sandra that particular question, because you could still do the colours, but you would have to make the colours yourself.
No. There's no reason to make colours for books when they've got colours already.
I wasn't joking.
Yeah.
I know, I'm just joking.
Are over on one side, so as you read it, you just move it to the left.
Yeah, see?
Okay.
So on the left of the row are the books that I've read.
Okay. Yes, I like that. I like
your
that.
filing system. Yeah.
Ooh.
I know. It's sad.
Right. Thank you so much for coming on, Sandra. Thank you for coming on.
You're welcome.
Don't disappear. We have got a couple of things to share, haven't we? Hold on, let me find.
Wait.
Yeah,
afternoon,
it's just
Mother's Day afternoon.
Yes. It's another thing that's happening on this same.
What is it with the 29th?
No,
why does everybody choose that day?
On the 29th.
Yeah, so this is
because they have.
This is one of our friends. Yeah, this is one of our friends, Kerry. She does events. She does awesome. She's doing the floristry and stuff as well at the minute. But she's doing this special. I don't know who books in this date first, actually. How it all pans out. But she's doing an afternoon tea and family photo shoot all together. So she does a lot of work with the Luton Rugby Club. She uses that space quite a bit. So it's got the afternoon tea and the photo shoot. You've got the different prices there for like an adult, a child, and there's a special one for the under fives. And then you get your 3 prints that you collect on the day. But yeah, so you do need to give Angel Events or Kerry a phone or an email or a DM. We've got all the details all over our pages as well to book that in. So that's something a little bit special and a little bit different that we don't normally get around this part of town. So,
and
to be fair, everything's happening all together.
She's most probably done it on the 29th so that people can then be with other family or whoever.
Or your Mother's Day. Yeah.
It wasn't a real question. It was just that I want to go to everything, I want to go to V's event. I want to go to. There was something else. There's some Ghanaian thing happening on the 29th. There's
a
loads
lot
of things.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Nika, you're going to have to sit and choose then, aren't you? Because you
I
can't
know.
do them all.
I think I might just need to follow my friends because
Or just stay at home and do none of them, and then that way is. If it becomes
I just know I'm not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere because there's far too many things on.
I know. That's choice paralysis.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we need to share? Is that it?
No, that's it. We've had our community Zoom. We've had that recently. We had a very awesome weekend. I was helping out at St. Paddy's Day. Cecile was helping out. We had another one of our friends actually. Yeah, so we there's a lot of us are actually doing different bits and pieces there. The Voices of Nubian Queens was amazing, as always.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I wanted to go, but I missed it. Had a prior engagement.
That was my birthday, and I just thought, no, I'm not going anywhere on my birthday. I'd made up my mind from last year. So,
did you have a nice birthday?
I did, actually. To be fair, it was very nice. My friend came with her mum. My friend came with my godson, and the godson was a surprise. So I spoke to him in the morning, and I opened the door like, "Oh my God, you're here!" So yeah, it was nice. It was very nice.
Good.
So there you have it.
Okay, we're going to wrap up for today.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for coming.
For everybody who's going to go to the Fibroid, Hysterectomy and Beyond conference is going to see you there as an exhibitor.
And come ask me any question you want, or book a call in with me, and let's get you started. Cool. Yes, that's all I can say.
Wonderful. We will be back next week at the same time. I
might come up something different.
I just realised I didn't even ask how everybody was.
Yeah, because we're all busy helping around.
I think there was a problem with the mics, and then we were all having this thing about who's cold, who's not cold. You know, I think the episode was more making fun of Shelley for being the one out not feeling the cold.
Yes, exactly. That's where we went. Okay, so see everybody.
Following on from some, we're talking to Sandra and we're saying for getting out and about, that it is that I am out and about. I went from a friend's house. Hello, Rita. Had tea and gossip with her and thought, do I go home? Actually, no. I come and park up at Sundon Hills. So that's what I've done today. So I'm out in the car looking over Sundon Hills, and I'm about to go for a quick wander before going home and doing the rest of my chores.
Where's TJ?
He had a walk already this morning.
Oh, so you left him at home?
No, he had a walk already. So I can't take him around Rita's because Pablo and TJ have not met each other yet. So,
right,
so okay. Yeah, I'm just going to go.
So you're going to go and have a walk on your own?
Yeah, my own speed. Weird, isn't it? Yeah. So I might be here next week. I might have got lost.
Or it's going to be, let's see where Shelley is now. Shelley is the one. We'll see where she's going to be. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. See you all next week, same time.
Thank you.
Take care, everybody.
Bye. It's nice talking to you, Sandra. Thank you. Bye-bye.